everybody, and welcome to this week's tarot reading. This week, I will be using the Starchild Tarot to shine some light on what we should pay attention to for our upcoming week. Now, I've been shuffling the cards with a view, as always, to pull three to see what they have in store, suggestions for us. Let us have a look. Bear with me. Okay, I'll cut the deck. And we can take the top three cards. Our first card will look at the present moment, what's happening in our field right now. Our second card will look at the past influence that brought us here. And our third card will look at a future potential. What should we pay attention to? Okay, oh wow. So we got the extra card in the deck. So this particular deck, rather than it having 78 as a traditional tarot deck, it has 79. And that 79th card is an extra major arcana called the Akashic Records. I love this card. So it's an extra card. It's kind of even more than the world. So what are the Akashic Records? Well, the Akashic Records are basically the World Tree Library. Anything that has ever happened or potentially could ever happen is written in the ether. So it's a library in the ether. It's a spiritual library that has written every single book of every single possibility that could ever be. So the Akashic Records are really designed to offer us the potential in every moment. So if we think about it, when we make a decision or a choice about anything, we've chosen to take one road as opposed to a different road. And so the story unfolds in that direction as opposed to the other. But all of the stories are gathered in the Akashic Records. Now you can see this bright light here shining through this temple, and you see the pyramid above it and these Egyptian figures here as well that are guarding this doorway into the light. So essentially what we're doing right now, what we should be paying attention to right now is our choices. Are our choices conducive to our benefit and potential for our future? Are our choices serving us? Now, if we're making choices every single day that negate our health or our spiritual growth and development, then the Akashic Record will write that and keep moving us in that direction. So this light is an opportunity to take pause at every step. Remember, every moment is a choice point. And which choice point are you choosing in this moment? So I've spoken a lot about that because this card is a very powerful card, with it being the extra one, so it's kind of rare to pop up. Let's see where it came from. Well, it came from the Four of Crystals. Okay, so this shines more light. Look at that. So here we see a male figure and he's bending down, holding on to his crystals. He has two here and there's one in the background there. You can just see it, and there's one here. So there's four crystals. Now the crystals in this particular deck are relating to the earth element. So this is about materialism, finances, the earthbound structure of life, possessions, things like that. And you see here, he's kind of holding those crystals, looking at them, but the light behind him is shining this awareness. So the Four of Crystals typically representing financial success, but still a little nervousness, still thinking from a place of lack as opposed to a place of more. Okay, so lack or more. If we're coming from a place of lack, if we're coming from a place where we're consciously holding on to things because we're scared of losing it, well, then that choice point is not going to elaborate the Akashic Record very brightly, is it? So what this card is suggesting is that whilst we're holding on tight, we're starting to think, and you can see that in his demeanor, he's starting to realize, well, actually, the light is shining. I don't have to hold on so tightly. This materialism isn't all that it's cut out to be. So essentially, in the past, we've come to a place where we're realizing, well, actually, we could let go a little bit here. And that brings us to this ability to be more discerning at each choice point. So let's see where it's going. Okay, it's going to the Page of Wands. Now, remember, in the tarot, the court cards can be ourselves or they can be another person that represents the energy of this particular card. Now, with it being a page, it can also be a message. Okay, now here we see a female figure, and she is also going into the light through a doorway, very reminiscent actually of that Akashic record card. You see that? So she's thinking of going through this doorway. She's holding on to her wand. Now remember, the wands is the fire element. So this is about passion and drive, spirituality, career, things that we're really, really motivated by. But look at her stance. While she knows she wants to go through the door, she's pausing to look back. So that's a really excellent example of considering that choice point. What am I doing in this moment? Is my drive pushing me forward for the right reasons? Is this choice serving me? Is this thought serving me? And if it's not, well, it's time to make a change so that we can really enjoy the Akashic records for a longer period of time. So bear in mind your choices in this moment, in every moment, and I hope that works out, and I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful time. Bye now.